Alright, here we go. This is a custom 2v2 on Crater between the blue team on the left side, Bjzor in the Classic Striker, and RXDS10 in the Shark Helix. And their opponents, the green team on the right side, Silbermut in the Shark Neo, and Rigelglen in the Gothic Helix. Very, very powerful standard loadouts for both teams. We do see an Aegis on a green team's loadout. We do see, stasis mines, or not stasis mines. Wow, what is wrong with me? We see zippers on the in Bjzor's loadout, which is very, very powerful and common nowadays as well. Zippers very, very, very good and cheap for normal neutralizing units, and the humongous benefit that they do spawn runners on death 90% of the time. Theoretically anyway. An extra moneymaker going down here, but we do see early artillery going down by RXDS10. And not really any defenses. Oh, that one moneymaker should go here, I guess. And a couple defending tanks also go down by blue team. And green team really prioritizing on defense. A couple patrolling jackals over here, a couple of stationary jackals with creeps in defense as well. Patrolling jackals here at the center, but all these early, early quick placed artillery are just gonna wreck house over there at on blue team. Or for blue team on these neutrals, and these creeps are already walking in. Blue team has already been able to take this mid really briefly. Probably won't be able to keep it because of all the surrounding other units, obviously. But and the green team with Ren jackals over here attacking these rocks, but does go back down to neutral. Silbermut and Rigelglen with a bunch of tanks their own. Whoa. But yeah, RXDS and BJ are really I think they have the control over here with all the artillery and all the tanks that they have. At this point, Rigel and Silver are really holding on to what they can. They don't have too many units here in this area, and Silvermut trying, oh my god, face to face with the Seeker, super dangerous, but will be able to fly away. And Rigel dropping more of his own. A couple jackals past the center line here will probably die extremely quickly to the to the Dillo sitting over there, and right now Silbermut and Rigelglen I think are gonna lose this battle to BJ and RXDS10, and now Silbermut really oh god, getting heavily under fire, but no threatening mechs in the area. I think he did get a level up. This does go down to neutral, so once again agree. Oh, but almost dead Silbermut, but will be able to cloak away. And will be able to avoid, but RXD trying to chase down Silbermut, but Silbermut was able to get out there. And right now, Rigel and Silber are very once again, most of the units have most of their units have been killed. Blue team really just need to move their units up, and green team doesn't really have too many no artillery actually out on the field facing this mid quite yet. So this is the time for blue team to make a move to push up a little bit further. They do start with the artillery. RXD protecting that front artillery with a Dillo, with a tank. That's exactly what that is pretty much the standard method of lining up your stuff, and RXD finishing off a Dillo on the ground. So green team really is getting pushed back here. And here's the thing though, a green team really I mean they're pretty much the same upkeep. Oh, and what is oh, I thought Rigel was actually going. Oh, Rigel is doing kind of trying to do a ninja right here, going for that other outpost. BJ trying to what's it called trying to get this Dillo drop over here, but but does not. Oh, BJ Vikinating up and down really well, but BJ is going to be able to get out. Oh, but Silbermut is actually following and will be able to finish off BJ in the air. And wow, and Rigel with a front door attacking right here. But RXD, with those air-to-mech rockets, is going to be able to finish off Rigel very quickly. So 1 kill apiece on each team, and Silver going to be able to finish off these Dillos that came for this front door. They do not have a lunchbox in their loadouts, green team anyway. So all the damage they take is pretty much going to be all permanent, whereas blue team does not have to suffer that same fate. Whereas Silver and Rigel can't catch up, except for the halftime heal period is the only time. And BJ and RXD leapfrogging up very beautifully. Have a ratchet in support. A couple of jackals to go down by Silver. That's really dangerous. Has to cloak away, but I think actually BJ might be able to. No, not gonna be able to finish him off. Silver with a really great cloak, and BJ not getting that kill. But once again, blue team with an incredible leapfrog. Not green team, not nearly with as many artillery as blue team has. Blue team has five Archies facing this area, I mean, it's kind of funny how low they are on power just because of that weird mechanic. Every time artillery fire like crazy, but Rigel not getting killed. It was kind of dangerous for him. Oh, but green team has been able to neutralize his outpost with a couple of infantry, not going to be able to be enough to walk in. Actually, 3 bulbs up with a couple Dillos or a couple Jackals surrounding, and Rigel not going to bring. I don't think he is grabbing creeps. I don't think this is going to be in time. There's too much blue presence. Oh, actually, probably does go up to green. Oh man, Rigel was able to get those creeps there in time, dropping bombs like crazy. I don't know how long this is going to last, but this is very, very interesting because blue team has a line of units on the right side here, and green team will be able to actually. I think they're going to actually be able to hold this. Yeah, I think they're going to actually be able to hold this. Oh no, oh god, more infantry going down by green team to keep this alive, but blue team with zippers, it's going to get down neutral, and now Rigel almost finishing off BJ, going to finish him off on the ground. No, does not continue pursuing there with those air-to-ground rockets, air-to-mech rockets. I really want to call that properly every single time. And now BJ, yeah, probably will get away. I doubt Rigel will be able to continue this pursuit. And in the meantime, RXD has been able to retake this mid. Flying, where did he go? Oh, he's repositioning all those artillery, bringing the defensive T-99s back in. I do think it was, obviously it probably was a bad decision for blue to completely remove all the units, all the defending units from the mid, and silver almost finishing off that tank, but RXD saving it and repositioning it and putting it where all the other blue units are. So that is, that pretty much did save it, even though this blue outpost is, this mid outpost is not under blue's control quite yet. Now it does go to blue, and now they will be able to heal up a lot of their units. A bunch of infantry, a bunch of creeps actually were stacked. Oh no, those are soldiers. Mostly soldiers, a couple level 2 creeps. But mostly soldiers are coming in, gonna get finished off by all those, did get finished off by all those blue units there. And now RXD with a zipper and a Dillo. That's kind of interesting. And now Silver trying to get this neutralized. Probably will get it. No! RXD finishing him off on the ground. 1 bulb up. Still left for blue over here. And BJ, I think, tried to do a front door drop. Yes, there was a Dillo that went down. Another Dillo going down by RXDS10. And RXD gonna try to fight off Rigel in the air, but I don't think he's gonna survive. Gonna be able to be finished off on the ground by Rigel's air-to-ground rockets, air-to-mech rockets, damn you. But they do have a fairly good surround on mid, but once again, not having that that clump of units over here with all that artillery firing in like they did before, don't have as an advantageous position. A couple Dillos do go down on this ledge for green team, so you know, they are going to try to contest blue team in that area. And right now BJ and RXD still have good control, have a good surround here, so this won't fall prey to the same kind of attack that went down by green team before. But now Silver behind enemy lines, probably, oh no, responded to extremely quickly by BJ and RXD with extremely good map awareness, and Silver trying to get that finish, but that, you know, has to stay still for that self-destruct, and does not get it. Oh, barely cloaks away. Wow, what an interesting dogfight, but RXD is able to finish him off finally on the ground. That took quite a while because Silver was so dodgy there. He got away very, very well, except for that end, obviously. He was pretty much dead to begin with. He had almost no life left. He had almost no hope, but stayed alive a lot longer than I would have expected anyone to. And RXD and BJ failing this high-low, not able to get this finished. Now Rigel almost just dancing around. Oh, but Silver not able to body block for Rigel and not able to finish off BJ in that chase either. So blue team did get the better of green in that quick exchange. Now RXD quickly going with another fort drop, just really distracting green team very, very well, and BJ with another another tank as well. And Silver trying to chase down BJ, and BJ going to be able to get back to that outpost. And RXD very, very low in life. Again, going to get finished off by Rigel on the ground. Let's see if he spams that respawn button. He does not. I think he just was building some stuff. And I don't know. Oh god, I was not able to keep track. I'm not really sure what RXD was talking about too more. Oh, I think he's talking about generators. They really do need the power. I guess maybe they're also using a lot of artillery, a lot of T-99s to keep the static defense here and to hold this mid, because that is really the crux of this map with this humongous line of neutrals here. You know, on the vertical line at mid, holding this mid is just incredible control here on Crater. Really important to grab the mid and keep it under your control, because with that you will have map control. That will be the stationing point for pretty much all of your attacks, and the enemy will not be able to really pass that center line until those neutrals are killed, which doesn't really happen super often in I mean, especially in 2v2s. In 3v3s maybe a little bit more, just because there's more people to split the roles, but in a 2v2 it's not as common, you know, and especially in a 1v1 really almost never happens on Creator that those neutrals get finished off. I mean, it doesn't never happen, but you know, it doesn't really happen too often. We do see a big mix of Dillos and Gemini. Gemini in Silbermut's loadout, very interesting to go with Gemini instead of Longhorn. And these are actually splitting. Some are going top, and some are going to this bottom lane here. And a big clump of units, a lot of static defense though, a lot of T99s for blue team, so they are not going to be able to do the same kind of move that green team is doing with all of these tanks. Look at all these tanks. A lot of them are going to be killed, you know, by these by the mid neutrals. But these Gemini now making their way up to this outpost. I do think that they are pretty much going to get shut down by the majority of the. Look at all the Dillos and Ratchets over here in support, but a lot of them have reached this power station. This power station is going to be probably going to be neutralized by all these Gemini and Dillo that. Well, I'm going to say I said all, but there's only 4 total. But you know, this clump of units has been a huge distraction for blue team. But in the meantime, it was actually able to ferry a bunch of units over here to the mid close on green side, and are going to be able to neutralize it, and probably going to be able to take it. Have a good surround already, but in the meantime, Rigel with I think he has creeps. I'm pretty sure. No, he has probes. He does take this outpost, and BJ with a couple of soldiers. Rigel dropping the ping. Silber already here to respond and help his teammate, but I don't know if they're actually going to be able to hold this. Silber spamming infantry, going to be able to keep that in his control, and so now blue team has the center close here, and green team has the top close on green side. But look at all the Dillos and all the Ratchets in support here by blue team. BJ dropping so many over here for green team to respond to. There's not enough units over here. Silver desperately trying to block with Jackals. There's a lot of damage that's already gone down by blue team. And in the meantime, RXD doing a Dillo push. I don't think that Rigel. Yes, this does go back down to neutral. Rigel was able to grab those 3 Dillos before he got killed, but now fighting RXD and probably not going to be able to finish him off. RXD trying to dance around, and Rigel trying to pin, keeping him pinned down, but RXD regenerating a lot of health, not going to be able to finish him off there. And in the meantime, Rigel actually clearing the majority of the units over here, and Silber has been able to shut down the front door, or you know, the 4 attacking units over there. And RXD actually, and BJ finishing off Rigel, and so Silber is the only one over here for green team and gets finished off in the air by RXDS10. And right now, BJ and RXD are going to be able to retake the control of this power station, and they do have control of this center close on green side. And Rigel and Silbermut are going to be pushed way up against the ropes. They pretty much have no more map control. With this center close, this is actually a little bit hard to defend, especially because it's so close to the fort, so close to the enemy fort. You know, when did this happen? This has been neutralized as well. That's probably the majority of just randomly sent units and creeps walking in, especially because this has been cleared. So I think creeps are able to walk through. I don't know if this T99 is actually able to kill them, but this bottom outpost, okay, Rigel dropping infantry, so this won't go to blue team right now, you know, for the meantime. But RXD with a Bertha. Okay, this is the devastating way to finish off someone's fort from this center close on this map. Just have a lot of artillery firing in, and all the defensive blocking units will die. RXD dropping another Bertha down. In the meantime, BJ causing a lot of trouble for Silber down here at this power station. I think this will actually go down to neutral, especially BJ coming back with more. Does drop some infantry. Some infantry go down. 4 soldiers. I think they're all going to be able to. Oh god, this is going to blue. This outpost is blue. This power station has been claimed by BJ. He is able to grab some stray creeps and keep this under his control very well. And in the meantime, RXDS10 has dropped a bunch of Dillos over here at the front door. A couple of blocking units going down, but I don't think they're really. I mean, okay, now RXD actually retreats them, drops more Berthas, and this huge clump of units is not really going to be that devastating, especially because there's not that devastating, but not going to be detrimental to blue team, because usually clumped stationary units are bad, but blue team or green team doesn't really have any artillery facing in here. I don't think they have any artillery on the field at all. And Rigel dropping some bombs, double bombing now with that level 9 Helix. But, you know, it's just not going to be that effective, especially because there's so many ratchets over here that they're going to take care of the whatever damage they put. And RXD is here to babysit all those units. And now a couple of harassment units over here by blue team as well. BJ with a lot of creeps, and I do think that a complete map control is going to be lost by this green team. And blue team is going to be able to take... Oh, and RXD with a Goliath on the corner. A single Bertha firing up for green team, but once again, not just a single Bertha against this humongous massive unit. It's a 148 to 57 upkeep difference. Blue team has grabbed every single outpost on this map, and now we are going to enter that domination stage by blue team. Bjzor and RXDS10 just slowly leapfrogging units up one at a time. Berthas, Goliaths, or Ratchets and Dillos just left and right, and T99s as well, and all these patrolling Jackals are not really going to be that. I mean, they're drawing the fire, sure, and kind of messing with the blue unit's aim, but I don't think it's going to be enough at all to stop this blue assault. Green team is pretty much almost dead. There is not much left that they can do. A lot of stray bullets hitting that green fort. That's why their life is so low already. Not just those drops, those direct drops like RXD is coming with those two Goliath. And this will be the end of the game. GG's going down. Blue team, Bjzor and RXDS10 have been able to take his custom 2v2 on Crater over Silbermut and Rigelglen. Taking a look at the final counts, BJ going +3, RXD going +2, and green team going both fairly negative. A lot of units lost by blue team, but which is an indication of an economical advantage the entire game. Much higher scores, not that double that we are kind of used to seeing, but 18,000 versus 11 and 13. Yeah, domination for the most part by green team, or by blue team that entire time. Green team was almost able to hold that top close power station on blue side, but RXD with that great Dillo push was able to take it back, and Silver and Rigel's efforts were not enough to hold it, and this has gone to Bjzor and RXDS10. If you have a replay, high level, low level, mid level, 2-star Mavericks, Pro Derps, whatever you want to send me, let me know. Send it to me, ruy0x@gmail.com or ruy on Steam. I am accepting all kinds of replays, guys. Just let me know in your emails or your PMs to me, and I will be happy to consider any replays that are sent in to me, especially the very, very unique ones. This is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.